Okay, so does the NERC also, when you ask this discos to go and do consultation or to go and do their research properly, do you also delegate somebody to see what process it is they are following? Because you also must have an idea that the cost of electricity as it is right now, or the tariff plan, must be cost reflective. You said that several times, but you must be able to be on the same page with the discos as well. What plans are you taking, or what steps are you taking to ensure that yourself and the discos are on the same page concerning what exactly will be cost reflective?
Before the discos do their consultation, they invite NERC. Our reps are from the market and consumer, and the zone officers are there. That's how we got the report. Now, when we look at the report of Benin, we see that the Benin consumers are so angry against fixed charge because Benin has some problem of legacy. Their reliability is low because of network issues. So based on those feedback from those consultations, which we participate as observers, and each disco also sends us both electronic and written and electronic versions of the proceeding. And our field officers report back to us. So based on analysis, we engage them. So on Benin's own, we engage Benin, and they said, we have done 5%. We said, no. Based on the feedback, you should do more. And they agreed that they could do 30%. But it has other impacts. So it's cost-benefit analysis. We look at the impact on energy charges. Okay, that's fine. ECO, we look at ECO's own. ECO says we can actually remove fixed charges. So that's good. But Enugu kept their own constant because of their large residential customer base. We are still discussing with them. So we attend these proceedings. The idea is actually to have openness. And why openness? In open discussions, the discourse will be restrained in the way they bring the cost. The customers also will be convinced about the difficulties and the network challenges that create this cost. So NERC and the discourse are agreed that we must get a right tariff that signals more investment, that creates more improvement. For example, in the last 2 months, people are saying in some places that they have got significant improvement in power supply. Now, what that tells us is that with the right kind of investment,
others are saying the opposite. You know, when we go into that argument now, it will be like, well, another man's woes when it comes to power supply. But again, Mr. Otutonding couldn't give us an exact figure on what kind of percentage he's talking about when it comes to this tariff increment, or as you go with the reduction. We'll look at that. But don't you think that if you're talking about the tariff reduction or increment, as the disco, some of them wanted, we'll also be talking about what the customers do want. And they say they still want NERC to weigh into the whole issue of prepaid meter. You really can't put that into perspective when a lot of people still go with the analog meters in their homes. What is NERC doing, knowing full well that now, as we speak, we still have a lot of meter manufacturers in the country?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I like the way Mokwe put it in the previous reaction. First and foremost, this tariff is going to have service level agreement signed by both the discos and NERC. 3 items that are prominent in that is 1, metering. We've done an audit of the metering, and all the discos did not. None of the discos met their transaction commitment on metering. None. In fact, none did get up to 50% of what they ought to do as promised in their bid document. They agree. Reason, they say, well, power supply, 2, collection losses, 3, no payment. We say, fine. Now they are committed to a metering plan. They must deliver on that. 2, we have also given an order after the consultation that all customers who paid on CAPME had 45 days, based on the previous order, which everybody knows, to be metered. Now we've added 2 weeks more. And after 2 weeks of that 45 days, the discos will no longer bill them unestimated.
When exactly will that elapse?
Now, exactly. It's 45 days after you have collected, now 65, 45 plus 60 days, 45 plus 14 days, you will now, after you have received money from a customer who wants to be enrolled in CAPME, after 45 plus 2 weeks, you will no longer collect estimated billing. That means you ought to have metered that customer. And by this October tariff that's to be signed off, no disco will bill any customer who has submitted money for CAPME and they have collected it and you've not metered them for 45 days plus extra 2 weeks. That is law.
Are they in agreement? Are they in agreement with you?
In the last meeting on Wednesday, everybody saw the reason. What's the reason? One, CAPME is customers' money, not your money. Two, you have no procedure for procurement. We have done that with BPP, and therefore all you need to do is to get the meter, verify the residence, fix the meter, test it, certify it, and go on. No money to, you're not spending your money. So 45 days plus 2 weeks is reasonable anywhere in the world to carry that exercise.
All right.
That's the point. Now the second thing is this.
Sorry, before you go on to the second one, just speak to us about this then, because it's still on the estimated billing, because I'm seeing a lot of comments, and I think I've seen that too. On what grounds is it that the estimated billings are increasing? Are they trying to get those monies before this window you've given lapses?
No, I think to be fair to disclose, if power has increased,
if in several cases it has not.
No. Actually, my brother, in many places, I've seen people write to me and say they have not had outage in their community. You see, because of local problem, in my own estate, I have not seen significant improvement. But my friends in Abuja have seen. Now, the point is this: estimation is supposed to be based on unit consumed. Now, if your unit consumption increases and you are using the same tariff, then you are going to have higher bill as estimated.
No, but I get that point. But what I'm saying is, when it increases on a consistent basis, even when the supply dwindles, how do you justify that?
That's a report. That's the case we say you should report. That's part of what Abuja was penalized to pay 50 million to 32 customers for. There are instances of overbilling, and that's well known. There are instances of deliberate overbilling, more like the financial companies, and that's why we're encouraging consumers who feel that the bills are escalated to report. I cannot make a case for the discourse in this regard, but I do know that if power improves, bills will improve. But if they improve disproportionate, it may raise issue of overbilling. But
Mr. Amadi, do you know how much we're producing right now? And can you tell us quickly if Edwin is back on? Because we understood it was down at some point.
Yeah, we are, as of 2 days ago, we are 4,600 megawatts. We reached up to 4,800 of delivered power sometime. And actually, we've got 6,000 ready on the grid. The major problem has been disco uptake. And then
thank you very much indeed, Dr. Amadi. We have to go. We're out of time on this one. Dr. Sam Amadi is the chairman of NERC. Thank you for your time today on the program.
Thank you.
Well, that's where we'll draw the curtains today. Well, electricity matters can go on and on. Yeah, you could keep your comments coming through. We'll hope to revisit this matter sometime this week. Well, that's the show today. We thank you all for watching. We'll be back next time. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
Well, thank you, Amaupe Ogun.
Many thanks. I'm Sulaiman Alede.
Goodbye.